Namaskaram. This class is a continuation of Python iteration statements. In our last class we discussed while loop and today we are going to discuss for loop. When we studied while loop, we have seen some important statements that we have to include in while loop. That is initialization statement, condition statement, and also we have to include updation statement. But in for loop, all these three are included in a single statement. We will learn it through example. Same program to print all the numbers from 1 to 5. See how we can write using for loop? It is very simple. For, then a loop variable n. For n in range, this range is a function. See what are the arguments? Start, stop, then step. These are the three arguments that we can give in a range function. Here the question is to print the numbers from 1 to 5. So the starting value is 1. Then the stop value, that is the last number, is 5. If the last number is 5, you have to give 6 here. Then the step value I am not mentioning now. For n in range 1, 6, then put a colon. Then here inside this for loop give print. So this range function will start from this first value, that is 1, and end set this 6 minus 1, that is 5. So the body of this loop, that is this one print n, which is inside this for loop, it will execute when the value of n is 1, 2, 3, 4 and at last 5. See, I will execute 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the value of n is 1 at first, then automatically it will increment by 1, that is here the skip value is 1. Even if I give the skip value, that is our third argument, 1 here, you will get the same output. Let me show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 1 is the default skip value. Even if you are not specifying 1 here, it will automatically take 1 as the skip value. Skip by 1. That is 1, then 2, then 3. So, okay. So if your skip value is 1, no need to specify. Okay. Then if you want to print numbers from 1 to 10, what you have to give here as the stop value? 11. Okay. So this range function will create a list of numbers starting with this start value and ending with 1 less than this stop value. Then we will see what is the use of skip value. Our next program to print all the odd numbers from 1 to 25. Okay. For loop, for n in range, what is the start value? 1 itself, 1. Then what is the stop value? 25. So what do you have to give here? 26. Okay. Then we need only the odd numbers. That is after 1, what you need? 3 only. After 3, 5. That is after 1, skip by 2. You will get 3. Then again skip by 2. You will get 5. So here after this stop value, you have to specify the skip value as 2. Okay. See what is happening. Execute. 1, 3, 5, so on up to 25. All the odd numbers from 1 to 25. Clear? Then if the question is to print all the even numbers from 2 to 25, how to change this program? Starts from 2. So start value here you have to give 2. Is there any change for the stop value and the skip value? No need to change, isn't it? Starts from 2. Then skip by 2, you will get 4. Then again skip by 2, you will get 6. Then 8 and so on. Up to, see what is happening? Execute up to 24 only. Because here we have given the top value as 26. So up to 25 only this will iterate. The even value just before 25 is 24. Then if the question is like this, program to print all the numbers from 0 to 10. All the numbers from 0 to 10. Here the start value is 0. Then stop value up to 10 we need. So stop value is 11. Then what is the step value? It is 1 only. No need to specify. Okay. See the output. 0 to 10. Then if the start value is 0, no need to specify the start value. By default, the start value is 0. That is, if you are not specifying the start value explicitly, it will take 0 as the start value. See what is happening if I delete this one. For n in range 11. Then see what is printing. 0 to 10. Same only. So, the start value and the skip value are optional in for loop. By default, the start value is 0 and by default, the stop value is 1. Clear? Okay. Then if the question is to print all the numbers from 10 to 1, that is in reverse order, then what will be the start value? Start value you have to give 10 itself. No need to give 11 here because it is start value. Start value is same only. So 10. Then what about the stop value? You need up to 1. Then the stop value I am not mentioning now. What may be the skip value? We have to print from 10 to 1. That is in reverse order. So the skip value is -1. Okay. Then we will see what will be the stop value. It is not 2 as you think. I will show you why. Initially 10, then skip by 1, then it will be 9, then 8, so on, 3, 2, 1, then stop. If you give 2 here, where the 1 comes after 2 only. That is 3, 2, then only 1 comes. 1 is not before 2. It is after 2. Isn't it? So if you give 2 here, it will not reach the number 1. So if you want to print up to 1, you have to give 0 here. That is the number just after 1 in the sequence. That is, here the skip value is -1. So start from 10, then 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The next value is 0. Okay. That is why I have to give 0 here. So the stop value is last value plus 1 if the step value is positive. And if the step value is negative, the stop value will be last value -1. Or we can say, if the skip value is positive number, then the number just after the last number will be the stop value. Same thing if the skip value is negative also. That is the number after the last number in our sequence. Clear? I will show you the output. 10 to 1. Then if the question is print all the even numbers from 10 to 1. Then the start value is 10, stop value is 0 itself. Then skip value will be -2. And if the question is print all the even numbers from 50 to 25, start value is 50, then what will be stop value? 24. not 26. Okay, step value is minus 2 itself. And if the question is to print all the odd numbers, then where to start? If it is from 50 to 25, you have to start from 51 onwards. 51 onwards. Because 50 is an even number. Okay. So the stop value is always the number which is just after the last value in our sequence. Okay. Here we have used this range function to get a range of numbers. Then if the question is like this, write a program to print your name 10 times. How to modify the program? For n in range, you need 10 times. So I give 10 here. So the value of n will range from 0 to 9. Total 10 iterations. Then what you have to print? It is not n here. You have to print your name. Suppose your name is Anil. Then you have to print Anil 10 times. That is, it is not compulsory that you have to use this loop variable in your loop body. Here I have given just print then name. See the output, Anil 10 times. So this range is only for iteration. What you want to do using this iteration, that is using this loop, you have to decide and give inside this body of the loop. If you want to print the value of this loop variable, you can simply give print n. If you want to do something else, this much of time, that is 10 times, you can write that statement inside this for loop in loop body. That is what a loop is. Then using this for loop, you can traverse through a string, you can traverse through a list, you can traverse through a tuple, that we will learn in coming chapters. Now just I will show you how to traverse in a string. You know what a string is, isn't it? So just I will show you how to print characters of a string in different lines using for loop. Program to print a string character by character. For, I am going to give the loop variable as ch. Here it is a character. So just give ch. It is just an identifier, a variable. For ch in, then a string. You can directly give a string here like this, computer, or you can store your string in a variable and you can give that variable here instead of this string. For ch in computer, then print ch. Then this variable ch contains the characters of this string one by one in each iteration. See what is the output? Computer, computer. That is, in each iteration a single character is printed. In first iteration ch contains c, it will print c. Then in next iteration ch contains o, then print o. Then next iteration m up to the last character r. Clear? We will learn how to traverse through a string using for loop in detail in our chapter string handling. So we have learned two iteration statements, while loop and for loop. We will see more programs using for loop and while loop in our next class. Thank you.